And one day I came back from college and I entered my room and then opened my window and I saw that same maroon car parked just 50 to 100 meters away from my house, and the car door was open. I could see his face. Hey guys, it's me Alina. Welcome to my channel. Welcome to episode 4 of Storytime series. So before starting, YouTube is very sensitive nowadays, so if this word comes up, I am going to replace it with like nap. So yeah, I'm going to record this word as nap. This was again around like 2016-17, second year of my college. So outside of our college campus there was this pani puri guy like who sells pani puri. There was like only one like pani puri selling person there. So I love pani puris. I'm sure most of us does, and I do like eat pani puris every day, if not every day, say like alternate days. And suddenly out of nowhere I noticed this guy, like short, like heavy guy, like standing there and just looking at us, like me and my friend. And it was not just one day, it kept on repeating, like every day he just stands there and just looks at us while we are eating pani puri. And as the days went by, he started like following us. He was always like 100 to 200 meters away from us. If we are walking, he is behind us. If we are eating something, he is just waiting there. And he used to like follow us to like the tempo stand, like the auto stand. And when we used to go, I used to not see him again. And as I said, slowly he started showing his presence like everywhere around like 200 to like 100 meters away from us. And this was not in a pattern. I noticed that it was very random. Like some days he was like back to back just following us and around us, and sometimes he disappeared for like 3 to 4 days and again showed up. And sometimes like alternate days there was no like pattern or anything. It was all random and we just ignored it and just let it be. And outside our college campus, just like near the auto stand or like near the highway, there was this momo shop. So again, I love momos, so I go there to have momos almost every day. And this guy now shows up with his car. He had this like maroonish color car. So I used to go to that shop every day to like have momos, basically to have my like lunch there. And there, like if I sit in this table, he just leaves one table and then sit on the next table like facing to me. He does not stare or anything, but he keeps looking at me. I can see that like whenever I like raise my face and see, he is always like looking at me, but it was not staring or anything. He just sat one table away from me, but always like face to face he sat like that. And again, this was very random. Sometimes he showed up, sometimes he didn't. Sometimes he just stood near his car while I was eating, but he was there. And slowly it started to bother me a little bit, but I did not have the guts to like ask him like what do you want, or why do you keep following me or staring me, which you should do if you can. But yeah, maybe I was very scared at that time, and I am an introvert as well, so yeah, I did not say him anything. And again, one day I was sitting exactly on that same table, and then in that middle table there was this another dude, like a bike dealer person. He was sitting there and I know that person, so I was just like friendly smiling at that person, like the bike dealer person. And then he did not sit that day. He came and he was just like walking across like the, what do you call this, like corridor of the hotel. He was just walking back and forth till I like finished my food. And the next day again when I went, I was sitting in my table. Then he did not skip any table this time. He sat exactly in like the front table where I sat, and this time he was just staring at me and I can see it. But again, there were people, like I knew if he did something, obviously there are so many people, I wasn't alone. So yeah, I didn't bother to like ask anything. And now things got like repetitive. He used to do this every day. Like he used to wait outside of my college campus and I walk like almost half a mile to the like highway, and he used to follow me with his car. This time slowly he just drives his car slowly behind me, and most of the time I wasn't alone as well. I am always with my friends, so yeah, it did not bother me much. And one day I was all alone by myself. I went inside the hotel, I ordered momos, and then obviously he was there, and this bike dealer guy was also there, and I just said him hi, like smiled at him, and he was sitting just in front of me. And this time he skipped like one table and sat behind that guy and staring at me like through the bike dealer's like neck. You get it, right? Like if this is the bike dealer, he is like looking me like through here. And I was scared that day. Again, as I said, the hotel wasn't empty. There were like employees and like people around, so I wasn't like too scared or anything. I was cool. I was like, he does this every day. And then as soon as I finished eating my momos, I went up to like pay the bill. And when I went to pay the bill, he like took out money from his wallet and gave to like the cashier. And the cashier was very confused, like who is paying for whom. And even before I could say something, he was like, I'm paying for her. And I was very like confused and shocked, and I said to the cashier like, no, I'm sorry, I don't know him. You cut my bill from the money that I gave you, and I just paid my bill. And I was like very scared, and I just want to get away from that place, and I just got into an auto and I came home. And while I was coming, I could see him following. At this time he was not restricted to only like the eating place. I could see his car following like the tempo or the auto I was in, and he started following me, and I got very anxious and scared, and like my anxiety was hitting a little bit. Now my house was in two stops, like from college to a center, then a center to my home. So I got down in that center, like the first center, and I stood near a shop. I knew like if I will like get up in another tempo and go to my home, he might follow me. So I did not. I just waited there like more than half an hour, like almost like 45 minutes or 1 hour maybe. I stood there, and people around me were also confused, like, why don't you go home then? I just simply said that, no, I'm waiting for my dad to pick up me. And I just said that and waited there, and I kid you not, he just sat in the resting house looking at me for a straight like 45 to 1 hour, like straight up. And then I don't know if that was my lucky day or whatever, my uncle came in with his scooty and I came home with him, and he did not follow me then. And then now I could see like things getting repetitive. If I stop in my first center, he used to stop in the first center, and if I like do not stop in the first center and go to town, then he used to like follow me. If I'm going to buy some like cosmetic or like stationery, he is always there like around. He always like acted cool, like he's always in his phone and leaning on his car and just staring like whatever I was doing. Now, as I said, he did not say anything upfront or do anything. What can I say? So again, after all this, I just kept ignoring. And one day I was back from my college with one of my like a friend. She was this very like short and cute and very shy girl. And then while I was coming back, I could see that red car, and I just asked her like, is that person with a red car following me still? And then she just turned back, and these exact words came out from her mouth. She was like, this person said he will love you. And I was like, sorry, excuse me, please give me some context or add something before or after, before like even giving me a panic attack. And then she said me everything. The day before that day, I did not went to college, and while she was coming out, he stopped her, like that stalker stopped her and asked her name and where she was from, what she was studying and everything. And as I said, she was very shy girl, so she kept walking while talking, and along the line that person shouted at her like, tell your tall friend that I will her. And that's what she said me. And now I will be very honest, now everything is like hitting me really hard, and I'm getting very anxious and nervous. And then I asked one of my friend to like drop me to the first center, and every day he dropped me to my first center in his bike, and whenever I came with him I did not see this person around. So yeah, after like 1 or 2 weeks I started coming in like auto and tempo regularly, and again as expected everything started in loop, and the last thing I could do was I just took the backside road from our college. So there was another road behind our college, so I started going by that road, like back to my home. And again, as I said, I went backside and he was nowhere to be seen, and I was like, fine, it's okay, I'll go this way. And one day I came back from college and I entered my room and then opened my window, and I saw that same maroon car parked just 50 to 100 meters away from my house, and the car door was open. I could see his face outside, like on the car window, and he was listening to music. And then my mom came inside my room and she said like, did you see that car? It is parked here for almost like an hour now. And I don't know if I was scared or I was stupid or what. I didn't even tell my mom like, yes, I know this person or this car, like this person is following me or saying stuff like this. Yeah, I just didn't say her. And then after just like an hour or so he just went away, did nothing, said nothing. And then again I went back to college and everything was the same, in loop, in circle, everything like a routine. And I didn't know exactly what to do. I was scared, but I couldn't say him anything because he did not say or do anything. And then cut to 3-4 days after, me and my parents went to attend a function. So near our college there is this place where few of our like near and far relatives do live there, and 3 of us went there to attend a marriage party. And in that same marriage party I saw this person and I was so upset. I was like, seriously, like what he is getting out of all this, I don't know. But the thing is that he wasn't following me there. So my dad was talking to this like elderly person there, and then he introduced like, she's my daughter, she studies in this college. And that person without a blink like, here, this is my son. Like that same person who follows me, stalks me everywhere, that elderly person was like, here's my son, he is my son, he is always around here, if you need any help you can ask him. And I could see how ashamed he was, like in his eyes. And yeah, after that everything was normal. I did not see him around. But the sad thing is that even like after everything, he do pops up once or twice in a month. Even today, even till date, even if he sees me around in town or somewhere else, he just does that same annoying thing, like just leaning back on his car and just staring and just following for 5 to 10 minutes and just going away. So yeah, now looking back at it, I was wrong about how I handled the situation. Now if something is happening with you like this or happened or anything, just speak up. Maybe tell your parents or your teacher. Just say things to elders and to someone that you can trust. That's because things can go wrong very quickly. So yeah, please be safe and be healthy. And yeah, that's it for this episode. I'll see you with episode 5. Till then, if you like this video, subscribe to my channel, like this video, and thank you so much for watching my videos, and take care.